Like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? That's about niceness. Yeah, it don't sound like niceness, but how you like me now? I always like that commercial when they be walking down the street, walking hard too, boy. Them people know how to work. Now let's look at niceness for a minute here. Niceness, this is one of the major ingredients in happiness and love is niceness. Yeah, you can't be happy and have love unless you're a nice person. Nice people have a lot of happiness and a lot of love simply because they're nice people. And nice people, like I said, is not kindness. Those are totally two different things. And happiness is one of the greatest benefits you get by being nice. And everybody wants to be happy. I don't even care who you are or where you are, everybody wants to be happy. And not only does everybody want to be happy, there's been little kind of surveys and tests and things done to see which one trumps the other one, whether physical beauty trumps niceness. And so, you know which one won? Niceness. You know, a nice person is more attractive than somebody who has physical beauty like this. No. But, you know, a nice person is more sought after as somebody that you want for someone to spend your life with than somebody who's attractive. And that, I mean, it's really logical to understand why that is, you know. Beauty can be artificially produced. You can go out there and spend hundreds of dollars on having yourself made up to be beautiful, and you can buy all kind of cosmetic stuff. You can buy all kinds of fancy clothes. You can put wigs on, and you can do anything you want to. Men are buying wigs now to make themselves look more attractive to women and stuff. And it's like, you can do that if you want to, but the thing that's going to be the most attractive, to be nice. That's what the people want. They want a nice person, because the nice person going to come with happiness, and they're going to come with love. And those two things is what everybody on the planet seeks after, is happiness and love. All those other things that they're trying to get with the physically altering their appearance and stuff, that ain't happiness and love. Those are little trophies for your hooray for me wall and stuff like that. That's all that, you know. That's how you like me now. Look at my wall, you know. I've been out there in the world doing all this stuff because I'm a beautiful person. So that's what trumps beauty, is niceness. And beauty's beauty is not sustainable. You know, it's not. You can put your makeup on if you're a lady or a guy. In some cases, you can put all your makeup on and you can do everything you want like that. But then the rain comes and washes it off, and you know, now you're not looking. Oh no, I better run home and redo my face. I better do all these things like that because it's not sustainable. You get older, your face gets more harder looking. Some people, the hardness really isn't all that attractive. So it's not sustainable. You know, niceness is sustainable, and niceness grows. You know, if you're a person who's nice to people, it's not like petting them on the head and stuff like that. It's not just holding doors, or it's definitely not giving them any kind of money or anything. The niceness that comes is just being nice. You can see it just radiates out of people. Niceness is a hard concept to really explain, because it's just a feeling that people get when they're around you. And that feeling, it's a personal feeling for them. Where it comes from, I don't know. Why it's associated with certain people? Because they're nice. You know, if they got a big smile on their face and they're happy all the time, and you know, you just know there's somebody who says they have your back, because it's a nice person. You know that person, you can count on that person who's nice. Even in the most dangerous herring type of event that would ever become man, you know they'd be there for you. Kind people sometimes, they got the kindness when the water's smooth, or when the wolf is already passed over the river and he's on the other side. You know, a nice person is somebody who's going to stand there right with you or in front of you and tell the wolf, you can't cross this bridge, son. No, you can't come over here. This is my friend you're talking to. That's a nice person. And they're not doing it for any reason other than they have a need to just be helpful to their person because they love their person, you know? And that's what, there's those two elements, happiness and love. And love is, everybody wants it, but what you do with it, once you have it, is what's important. This is where the thing with the niceness and love comes into play and everything. Everybody wants to get that love. Everybody wants to be seen as the person who gives that love. But a nice person, they don't even think about that they're giving or getting the love. Maybe they might think about getting the love in some regards, but they don't think about giving the love. It's just a natural, everyday occurrence for them to do these type of things. And it might be the small thing to them that it doesn't even seem like it's doing everything. You know, you might go to work and, you know, you get there early and you go down and you get your cup of coffee and you're sitting with your friend, and you didn't know you know it's the day before payday. You didn't know that the person that you're sitting down, they don't have any money for a cup of coffee. You might say, hey, you want a cup of coffee? I got this, man. Go get a cup of coffee. You know, just like that. That's a nice person. You know? That's all they did. They get you that coffee out of love because they're your friend. You know, that's all that person really can do. Because when you're a nice person, you really can't do anything other than be nice. It's really a strange type of phenomenon. That's why they're not the same, kindness and niceness. They are definitely not the same, because kindness requires a generosity. But with that generosity, there needs to be some sense that, look at me, I'm a generous individual. Niceness doesn't have that with it. Niceness is your natural way of being. This is naturally what I do. You know? And can people learn to be nice? That's the tricky question. I had a conversation with my wife about that. Can people learn to be nice? And at first I said, no, you can't learn to be nice. You're either nice or you're not, you know, so I wasn't being nice. You know, but I actually believed that. I thought that you can't really learn to be nice. And in that, what I really mean is, you can't wake up or just right now after this show and say, all right, I'm going to be a nice person. You can say that all in your heart and everything at that moment. But it's like if you're not really truly feeling being that nice, you'll know as soon as the first situation comes up whether you're going to be a nice person or not. You know, are you going to change your ways to be a nice person? What's the roadmap to being a nice person? Because you weren't the nice person. You didn't have the nice person in you. You were a kind person. You had a lot of kindness in you and stuff, and people benefited from the way you would interact with them with the kindness. You know, you did a lot of things for a lot of people, but they were always followed by your patting yourself on the back in front of a lot of people so that they could see that you're a kind person. The nice person, they don't do that. So how would you become a nice person? I think one way of becoming a nice person is to think about people that you know that are nice people, and just really with some real concentrated thoughts say, what makes that person a nice person? And it might be just something as small as, oh yeah, they smile and laugh all the time, you know, they make me laugh, and they, you know, and so that might be what makes them a nice person. Or you might say that, you know, that what makes that person a nice person is that I know that if I ever need that person's right there for me. So that makes that person a nice person. Yeah, those are the things that you might want to look for. You may want to emulate that person and say, okay, why don't I try to be more like that person? I wouldn't really suggest that route to take, but some people might, you know. Or you just might go out there every day and just try to smile at somebody and start from the basic ground up, because I think that being smiling and being happy and just letting people know that I see you. You know, you don't have to be voiceful to it or anything like that. Just a smile and a happy. It's like people can sense when somebody's genuinely happy when you see them. And people can sense when you're just making it try to look like you're genuinely happy to see them, you know? To open their mouth. It just comes out that quick. And that's amazing how that type of thing happens. Yeah, I'm gonna, what? Time to read a story?
Before we do get to the story, and I'm excited to hear the story, I do have one question.
What's that?
We're talking about, when we're talking about being, like when you see someone and you have to be nice to them.
You don't have to be.
Right, when you don't have to be nice to them. Like you said, you know, like you put on the fake smile and they can tell.
Yeah.
What's the alternative to that? If I see someone who I know is a friend, but I'm not really happy with them, or it's kind of like maybe something between us, and I really don't feel like being it, but I fake it anyways. How else could you handle that?
Well, that's the whole thing that I had the conversation with my wife, that you can't really learn to be a nice person. You got to feel to be a nice person. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you handle that. If I see someone that I'm not happy with or something like that, first thing I'm going to do, I ain't going to pretend I'm not happy with you.
Right.
It ain't, but I'm not going to treat you any different. I'm not going to snub you. I'm not going to do anything like that. But it's like you can sense that, man, you're full of stuff.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like you're not a good person or any of those things like that. And that's all right, because I'm not going to judge anybody about being a good person or a bad person. It really, the thing for me is that I think I'm a nice person. Mm-hmm. You know? Sure, I'm a nice person. Do I kill people? Not anymore.
I hope that continues to not happen anymore.
Yeah, but that's what I think. That's what the whole thing about being nice is that you're not phony to the person. You don't. They can sense if you see somebody and you know, I don't really like that person. I don't want to see this person. So let me go over there and put on my smiley, happy face. Your eyes aren't sparkling. Mm-hmm. You know, when you see somebody and the grin comes on your face and your eyes sparkle and stuff like that, you can see that. Mm-hmm. You know you on yourself. You know you can see that. So that's what a nice person just generates, and that's what the feeling that brings happiness and love to the people that's out there. Okay. But if it's not there, you know, people pick up on that quick.
Yeah.
Just like kids know that.
Yeah, but you still have to be, even when I'm disappointed in my kids and I've already punished them, and I have to put that fake smile on because I'm angry, but I still love them, so I think that's why I still try to do it.
Yeah, but they're your kids, you're supposed to do that.
Yes.
All you parents out there, I want you to understand this. Get a pen and pencil and write this down. If your kids ain't telling you that they hate you at least once a day, you are not doing your job. Yes. You're not doing your job. That's part of being a kid. You got to tell you, I hate you. Yeah, they need to grow up with that. That's part of it. At least I think so. They got to do. They don't, and folks. They don't really hate you. You know, they really love you. But it's part of their job as a kid to to go through that stuff. Because if they're not going through that stuff, you're going to have some spoiled, rotten kids where they're going to have a whole bunch of junk and they're not going to like you at all. You ain't nothing but a supply to their little wants at that moment in time. So make them say they hate you. Kick them. Hit them with pots and pans. Feed them broccoli. or Brussels sprouts. But do something to get those kids to say, I hate you. Give them life. Now, let me give you the story right now. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of story because I think we're getting short. Yeah. Now this is the story of the wolf and the horse. Yep. This is Aesop's Fable, folks. This is my book. I like this book. I should have had it as a kid, but I like it now. Okay? This is the wolf and the horse. A wolf in his rambling came to a field of oats, but not being able to eat them, he was passing on his way when a horse came along. Look, said the wolf, here's a fine field of oats. For your sake I have left it untouched, and I shall greatly enjoy the sound of your teeth munching the ripe grain. But the horse replied, if wolves could eat oats, my fine friend, you would hardly have indulged your ears at the cost of your belly. And the moral of this story is, there is no virtue in giving to others what is useless to oneself. See what I'm saying? This book is great. This is a totally different, this is between kindness and niceness. Now, the wolf trying to show his kindness and goodness and, well, look at me there, horse. I'm leaving all these oats for you and everything, you know. Come on down here, and I'm just going to enjoy the sound of you eating them, you know, because I'm just that kind of person, you know. All about him, and because he can't eat the oats. He can eat the horse, but he can't eat the oats. So that's kindness, you know, I guess. But that's what we do. That's kindness, right? He was kind enough to leave all those oats for the horse. So, but there's no virtue in that. You know? The niceness, it could have just been, oh, what's up there, horse? How you been today and everything? Yeah, well, oh, you just gonna have some oats? I'll just hang out with you and we'll talk while you eat. That's niceness. Yeah, he ain't trying to promote himself as being something that he's really not. Not to say that because, you know, humans are a little bit different than wolves and horses, but I don't know how much, but they are a little bit different. So, see what I'm saying? You getting the gist of this kindness and this niceness now? Yeah. There's virtue in being a nice person. And it doesn't have to be shouted out from the rooftops or even shouted from the lowest levels of the gutter. It doesn't have to be shouted or looked at at all. People are going to see it. They're going to see that niceness, and they're going to, just like to take a break from their everyday thing when they see you for a minute or two and just kind of, you know, embrace themselves in your smile, in your happiness, in the way you make them feel, in the love that you're giving to them, knowing that love that they're getting is just, that's all it is love. Ain't offering you no oats or anything like that. Ain't going to pounce on you and eat you. You know, none of that stuff. I'm just, hi, how you doing? Glad to see you. Your eyes will twinkle, your ears will turn red. You know, your face will get this big, giant smile that comes on it. It'll be so cool. You'll really like that. Yeah, but that's it. Kindness requires generosity. See, the generous thing that the old wolf was trying to do. He was trying to be generous, leaving you all the oats. Can't eat them. So, but that's beside the point. So, where are we anyway? Alright. Niceness in people, when coupled with love, extreme happiness. How's that work? Huh? You put the other person's happiness before you. This is how that works when, you know, when you're in a close kind of relationship and stuff. Then we're moving into close relationships. So the niceness that you have, this is why someone chose you over the pretty boy or the beautiful woman, is because, you know, they liked your happiness and your smile. And they like the fact that you put their well-being and their interest before your own. And that's powerful with niceness. That's one of the biggest things for niceness, is to be able to see somebody else and put their enjoyments and the things that make them happy before your own. And if the two of you are doing it, and if there's 3 in your relationship or 5 in your relationship, or you have a group of people that's always looking out for each other, and you put the other person's needs and feelings and well-being right out there in the front, even before your own, nothing but happiness, you know. Nothing but love. You have no need to impress anyone now. It's gone. You don't have to impress anybody when you're happy. Why would you need to be trying to impress somebody when you're feeling really good about yourself? No, you know, some people, you just have a pure narcissistic type of personality. I ain't blessed. They got some medication for that, but that's a different story. But if you're putting somebody else's happiness first, and then you're putting yours, and this happiness and love just flows all over the place, you don't have to impress anybody after that. You know, you leave your house, you say goodbye to your honey, you come home, first thing you want to say is, hi. You know, put that big smile on and the big grin, because that's what it's all about. And don't try to hide that smile and grin, because if you're a nice person, it's coming out. You know, doesn't matter how much of a day you had, where you had a miserable day. I mean, everything just went wrong. And when you see that person, because their happiness is what you really want to happen, is to have them happy. That smile and that twinkle in the eye is going to come right out, and the whole situation becomes manageable. It doesn't disappear, folks, but it does become manageable. And why is it becoming manageable now? You're not alone, you know, and you're not with somebody who's trying to berate you, or somebody who's trying to educate you. You're just with somebody who's trying to love you and make your happiness something. So those situations, they become manageable. Now you can formulate a plan, because you got 2 happy souls addressing something that was stressful, and you'll come to find out that it's not as stressful as you thought it was in the first place. What the stress was maybe was just, man, I was mad at that guy and stuff, but you didn't have anybody to say it to that had any interest in you. Yeah? You could say it to somebody in your workplace, and they might be just as mad as this person too. So you have 2 mad people talking. So you don't want that. You know, you want to keep that happiness flowing. You want to keep that love flowing. And it's not that hard, folks. It's not that hard. Don't make it complicated. Just make it easy. Because that's all it is, to be a nice person. That's why it's hard to be a nice person. You can't complicate the issue. You can't buy niceness. You can buy kindness, but you can't buy niceness. You know, but then kindness, people they see it. The horse knew, you know. You don't eat oats, you fool. Who are you trying to impress, right? Trying to impress me? Thank you very much. I'm going to eat the oats. And if you jump on me, I'm going to kick you with this big old hoof I got right here. Don't you worry about it. So, but that's how That's how that life is. I got a minute. So everybody is capable of kindness. Everybody's capable of kindness. But I really believe that there's only a few people out there, and a few might be millions, but there's only a few people out there that's really actually capable of niceness. Well, okay, I'll bring that back. Everybody too is capable of niceness, but there's only a few people out there that really engage in being a nice person. So all I can say is everybody, just if you can, just start practicing being nice. And it's easy. Just be yourself. Remember what made you happy when you was happy, and be that. Remember what your love, the moment you met your love of your life, and that big old feeling that went across you like that made you happy. Be that. And even if you don't have a love of your life, you might be somebody who hit the lottery and it made you happy. Remember that. Whatever it is that made you have that big grin and that twinkle in your eye and those things, be that. You'll find out what it is. But don't be like the wolf. Don't be like the wolf. Just forget about being the wolf. That's a kindness. Alright, I'm out of here, folks, and thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a good time. And we'll get back here next week on ArchAngel A, Return to Chivalry. Yeah, Trooper Joe. And I didn't even give a shout out to the stations.
7averadio.com.
Yeah.
VOV 91.3. Voices of Voiceless, we in the house. I'm Nate Peter Ghost, Barack King X, Kuta Kente, 1 foot off.
Same Mike, Michael J. Thriller, Mike Talk a Lot, Negro Spiritual, Beautiful Mind, Jesus Crack, Mike Camera Action in the building.
What's going on? VOV, Voice of the Voiceless. It's your man Keith Report, a.k.a. Sir Lord Keys the Thought, a.k.a. Keys to Life, the one-man team.
And I'm Trooper Joe, and I'm here to keep it real for you.
Tune in to Voice of the Voiceless every Tuesday, 12 to 1.
Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Truth It, and I'm inviting you 5 p.m. Mondays through Fridays to tune into the 5 o'clock shadow. On the 5 o'clock shadow, we talk about current events and no subject is off the table. I ain't scared. We also want you to be a part of the show. We encourage you to call in and give your opinion on whatever it is that's on your mind. Just know that weekdays at 5 o'clock, it's time to buckle up because you're going for a wild ride. Catch Rich, Natalie, and your boy Truth It on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock shadow, only on 7averadio.com.
Hi, this is Trooper Joe from ArchAngel A, Return to Chivalry. And you can catch my show on 7averadio.com every Wednesday from 3 to 4. Thank you.